Alright, collective. True speakers, I find this. It is 111 as I am recording right now. It is 111 as I'm recording right now. Specifically, true speakers. People that have not been holding back their tongue. That have been told and let it loose. That have been told. No, don't suppress it no more. Uh, this toy, but like bigger, could be significant. Um, a lion could be significant, okay? But specifically this toy, um, bigger because in my doctor's office growing up, they had the big version of this. I tried to get this for my child. I got it from Temu, much smaller than I imagined, right? But he still gets what he needs from it. You could be expecting something bigger, but you might get a small portion, but that portion that you get, that's small, you still get what you need from it. Take it how it resonates. But yes, true speakers, it's time to speak truth. To power. You speaking your truth is power. You speaking your truth is power. You are authentically within your power when you speak your truth. And this message is going to be what you need to know in regards to those that are irritated or flabbergasted or annoyed by your truth speaking. You could literally just be setting your boundaries, standing strong in your boundaries, communicating excellently what it is that you want your boundaries to be and what they are. And this person or people, because it could be multiple people, that they're rubbed the wrong way by you. They visibly get irritated or stressed out because you are speaking your truth. And that's not feasible. If you are being led to speak your truth, do that unapologetically. Especially if you're doing it in a non disrespectful manner. If you're not calling someone out their name, if you're not um, calling someone everything but a child of God, right? If you're speaking truth and they visibly cringe or visibly are irritated by it, or just irritated by it, you could tell in their mannerisms, or they're just saying, I'm tired of hearing you. They needed to hear what it is that you were speaking. Know that that person, they're on the chopping block. God got them on the chopping block. They're on the chopping block. Okay. We're gonna go with the Iron Will this time just to see what it is that we need to know about these individuals that are on the chopping block with Most High, who do not want to hear the true speaker speak their truth. Whatever truth it is that you're speaking, your truth could be your experience. Your truth can be what you witnessed, your point of view. Your truth can be you in what you won't and won't allow in regards to what is attached to you, right? Um, in my situation, it was my child. I think it's awfully weird that people that are not related to my child want to know everything that's going on with my child. To the point where they don't care if they just hear, oh, he went to the party. What? You don't even know that. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know that. Don't be weird. In a world where there's a bunch of Epstein's and them files that are available to the public, no one needs to keep tabs on somebody else's child that's not related to them in any way, shape, or form, or that has never been wanted to babysit for said child. Those are predator vibes. Okay, okay. One of the messages Most High God that the collective of truth speakers need to know in regards to those that are on the chopping block. What do the truth speakers need to know about those that are on the chopping block? Thank you to everyone that has commented. Please go ahead and like this live and share it if you will. I'm doing fine, Lauren, and I'm taking, but thank you. We have the butterfly that came out. Okay, the butterfly relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child growth. So this could be you speaking up, could be you growing and healing your inner child. Maybe as a child you was just quiet, like I was. I was so deathly quiet that I didn't like answering the phone. And if you follow my timeline here on the channel, please subscribe. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Um, but even on my TikTok, I mentioned multiple times that I used to be so deathly afraid to talk to the point where I didn't answer the phone. I went from being like that to working in a call center. Most of my job experience is call center experience. So customer service voice is very much intact. Okay? So you're growing. You're growing from not barely wanting to talk and being so afraid to talk and shy to you're gonna hear what I have to say. Yeah. And we love to see it. Spirit loves to see it. You're growing. You're evolving as a being because of that. Keep speaking true speakers. Most of the time, true speakers got suppressed because of the fact that what we speak, when we speak, we don't like to talk anyway. But when we open our mouths, it's some factual things. It is some real stuff. Don't be speaking for no reason. Because if I could, I would just be quiet. But obviously, something is moving me to say this, pinpoint that, right? Camera. What am I doing right now? I'm right now on camera. Smile, you're on candy camera. Someone literally might have been surveillanced or witnessed doing something. There might be an actual physical witness, or there was a camera in the facility that they didn't know about. Yikes. Okay. Camera says reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. You learning from your past of when you didn't speak up to now you evolving and speaking up, you're making new memories with this. Yeah, I remember that time that, this person thought I was going to be quiet, but nope, not no more. I'm speaking. Nope, not no more. You can't suppress me no more. Nope, not no more. You're going to have to hear my mouth. Because if all you're doing is communicating and you're communicating in an effective manner and you're communicating with all due respect, because it could get real disrespectful. It really can. It can always get more disrespectful than what it is. What's the problem with me speaking my truth? Yeah, no? So if you're speaking your truth and you're not being disrespectful, you're not using disrespectful words, you're not calling anybody out their name, you're not throwing insults, you're not judging anybody, you're just speaking your truth, and these people are getting irate, bothered, beside themselves, trying to point fingers. Okay. And now it's making me question what you done did. And this what this reading is about. Those individuals that are bothered beside themselves. Those individuals that literally are on the chopping block. The Most High is chopping their blocks. Hello? Clock came out. Tick tock. Gun shut. Booyaka booyaka. I heard that. But also TikTok. Take a chance, you stupid. Oh, oh. Uh-oh, what you waiting, what you waiting? This is spirit saying to those people that's on the chopping block, what you waiting for? Because you ain't got that much time left. Whatever it is that spirit led them to do, they actually need to do it. They don't have much time left. The clock is ticking. Someone's literally life clock is ticking. Someone's about to be up out of here. They're on the chopping block. Like, I don't know how much I can reiterate. Whoever this is that's bothered by your truth speaking, they need to hurry up and do what God told them to do. Because if they don't, hey, you're still on the chopping block. So you want to sit around and wait, that's fine. But if you miss your boat, you know what I'm saying? Clock says need time, takes time, in time, cycles, time to heal, progress. A cycle takes time, need time, in time, time to heal, progress. A cycle may be ending. Time to heal, progress. You collective, those that are resonating with being a true speaker. This can even be the fact that you don't lie. What you gotta lie for? Your truth will always prevail. The truth will always prevail because the truth is godliness. What God got a lie for? He is God. He don't fear nothing, and you shouldn't fear no man. You should only fear God, because you'll get God smacked into oblivion, and then wonder why your breath smell like booty cheeks, and why you got booty for a face. God will literally have your universe topsy turvy. And that's what's happening to these people that's on the chopping block. Their universe is really about to be topsy turvy because they were talking shit out their mouth. They butt heads. They're butt heads. They got booty for a face. And every time they talk or every time whatever they spear out, it's doo doo. Literally. These people like to talk shit. So, literally, what comes out their mouth is doo doo. They got doo doo breath. Okay? That's what I'm getting. So, collective, I feel like you're well in your right to talk your shit. And these people are well in their right to shut up and listen. Because you're not just talking shit. You don't have the butthead doo doo face. You know what I'm saying? You are speaking truth versus lies and shit. Anything else from this deck that the collective truth speakers need to know? Cupid's arrow. Have faith. Love is coming. Surprise invitation. A meeting. Hesitation. Or meeting or hesitation. You may have been hesitant to speak your truth in the past, but this coming out over the butterfly, like your inner child. So growing up, you may have been hesitant to talk. You may have been like shy, like in matters of love too. I just heard I'm coming down. I want the world to know. So someone could be in the closet. There could be a truth speaker that needs to speak their truth and come out of the closet. Or these people that's on the chopping block need to come forth and tell the truth about who it is and what they like behind the scenes. Could be a time limit on that too. You need to tell the truth. Someone needs to tell the truth. And people that's on the chopping block need to tell the truth. They need to stop lying to themselves and they need to stop lying to the collective of truth speakers. The truth absolutely needs to come out or there will be some heads rolling. Heads are on the chopping block. I literally just posted a video today on this channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Talking about the final nail in the coffin. There's gonna be some people that's getting up out of here because they don't want to speak the truth. Mirror. Mirroring each other. Self-image. Relationships. reflect our wounds, introspection. So these are people that need to do introspection on themselves. See, when you look at the camera and you look back on the memories, you can learn from your past. Literally says it right there, learn from your past. These people are avoiding the mirror. It's like in the mirror, the mirror staring back at me. Oh. Also, these people are these people don't know they're in the presence of a Hyoka is a Hyoka empath. So a Hyoka empath they mirror the things that people need to work on themselves. It's kind of giving these people are projecting onto someone that mirrors what they are back to them. So you're projecting onto yourself back to yourself in an instant rotation because the person that you're trying to project onto is a Hyoka empath or may be close to that level. They've done enough reflecting on themselves to know that's not me, that's you, love. That's not me, that's you. So the collective of truth speakers that find this video that are in this live currently while I'm making this, and it will be a video on the channel, you're mirroring what it is that these people need to work on. When you're communicating and they don't want to hear it, it's probably because they need to communicate. Once again, TikTok, gunshots. It's a time frame for them to communicate something. If they don't communicate it, whether they want to or not, their time will be up. Their head is on the chopping block. True speakers keep speaking up because these people, at the end of the day, their heads are on the chopping block. So whether they want you to stop speaking or not, you're gonna keep speaking. You might even be speaking at their funeral. Hello, message. Girl with a snake. There's a snake here. There's a snake in the mist. There's a Slytherin, a reptilian, a serpent in the mix. Empath and narcissist paradigm. Being charmed or used enable boundaries. Didn't I say something about your boundaries? Standing firm on your boundaries. True speakers are speaking what they need to say about their boundaries and standing firm on them, not budging. This is a empath and narcissist paradigm. A Heyoka empath. So how am I not speaking the truth when literally I said Heyoka empath and then the next card talks about empath and narcissist dynamic? They're projecting onto themselves, onto a Heyoka empath, and it's just boom, 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 boom. So people could be doing spell work, hexing, and all that other stuff, and it's just literally going back to them. I'm rubber. You're glue. Whatever you send to me bounces off to me and sticks to you because you're not just regular Elmer's glue. No, you're carpenter glue. You're the glue that Jesus was using in his carpenter shop to make dressers stick together, to make the legs on the table stick and stay in place. You sticky as hell. So whatever it is you're sending to me, it's going to bounce off and stick to you, to your DNA, to your essence, to your bloodline. True speakers, that's how detailed you need to get with this. Whoever is sending whatever they're sending to you, it won't work. It's going to bounce right off the boom. Ricochet, tick, tock, gun, shots. Literally, ricochet. It's ricocheting. Time is literally kisses. Farewell kisses. Farewell kisses. Farewell kisses. Kiss kiss your ass goodbye. Unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. So, truth speakers, you're falling in love with who you are. You've grown and you've elevated within yourself. You love the fact that you stick up for yourself now. love the fact it's self-love. You're unconditionally loving yourself and respecting your own boundaries that you set in place and reinforcing them by effectively communicating and letting it be known, hey, these are the boundaries that I set. And I feel like you are a habitual line stepper now. I feel like now you're being a habitual line stepper with the boundaries that I've set. Whether it's in regards to your own vessel or whether it's regards to the vessels that you birthed here on this 3D plane, or whether it's you respecting your energy enough to be like, hey, anything that these people are sending at me, I'm rubber. They're carpenter glue. They're the glue that can literally cement a hammer to the cement. You can glue a hammer to the cement and have it be like Thor's hammer, trying to get Thor's hammer off the ground because it's so cemented to the cement. They're that sticky. They're that stuck by the things that they bounce to me, and it bounces back on them. Hayoka Empath. Get creative with your wordplay too, because truth speakers you don't want you to speak because your truth shines light. Your truth affects the cosmos. It affects the celestial bodies. When you speak, the planet responds. When you speak, the moon and the stars and the sun, it responds. There was a live that I'm still posting on my TikTok where I literally talk about Odin and you can see lightning strikes in the background. Speaking. Okay? Speaking. So let's see what these people that feel some type of way about the true speakers speaking their truth, standing up firm on their boundaries, standing firm in the fact that God gave them this tongue and they're going to use it. And they're not going to use it for the things that they want them to use it for, because half of these people are into some perverted things. Yeah, they have a lot of perversions about them, and which is why their time is being cut. Because God don't like ugliness, very ugly. Remember, these people got booty face, they got butt face, they got cheeks, and a whole torpedo of poop coming out their mouth every time they speak. Because at this point, God is not listening to what they say. God is in God in the Most High, in the Creator's mind. When He hears them speak, He hears wah 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 wah. He hears fart noises. Okay, so what does the collective need to know in regards to these individuals that are no longer protected, that are no longer safe? They're on the chopping block. What does the truth speakers need to know about these people? What are they? Let's expose what they're doing, what it is. Something about Maine could be significant. Okay, these people could have did something in Maine in their past that could be coming up in the present. Oh, look at there, we got a voodoo queen. We got a voodoo queen. So, that I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you send to me bounces off of me and sticks to you. You're the carpenter glue that Jesus used to put the table together. Your glue so sticky that it can literally cement a hammer to the ground, and that hammer can't be picked up like you're trying to pick up Thor's hammer. Yeah, excuse me, confirmation. This voodoo queen, this voodoo queen is one of them people. She's also one of them people that's on the chopping block. Tik Tok, gun shot, final nail in the coffin. Crypto is a scam. Someone could be scamming someone in finances too. Financial scams could be significant. Okay, somebody could have been scamming somebody and like trying to put the blame on them. So a part of what I've dealt with as a truth seeker is that someone was trying to put me in a situation where I would go to jail. I'm like, why I gotta go to jail for? I don't do nothing but take care of my child. I don't do nothing illegal. All I do is post here on social media and take care of my child. Like literally, there's years of me posting on social media and my child. Hello. So there's literally a whole library here and on TikTok, and traces of it on other platforms. So these are people that could be trying to once again, their butt faces spearing doo doo. They're spearing doo doo. They're just throwing shit out their mouths. Okay, collective, you can be going through this, and these people need to drive safe. Then I say TikTok gunshots, booyaka booyaka, TikTok gunshots. Um, when I made this card, the holes weren't there. My child poked holes in this card. Some of these look like bullet holes. Someone's vehicle might get shot up. Someone might actually be caught in the crossfire of a drive-by. These people need to drive safe and be careful where you're driving. If you know it is a heavily dense populated area for hood activities, why would you drive near there? Right. There could have been a drive-by that took place in Maine, or some type of shooting that took place in Maine, or some type of accident that took place in Maine in the past. Maine is the only place that's come out so far. So Maine, ME. Oh, and North Dakota could be significant also. There could be a voodoo queen or someone that practices in that type of thing in North Dakota. So a drive-by shooting could happen on Maine or could have happened in Maine in the past. Some type of accident may have happened in Maine in the past. And currently there is someone doing voodoo, true speakers, in North Dakota. And once again, these are cold states. Piggybacking off the reading that I just posted on this channel, please subscribe if you are here. Please like and share this live. Subscribe to the channel. New Hampshire could be significant. Once again, another cold state. There could be like fraud, crypto fraud, or some type of scamming happening in New Hampshire. Or these can all be linked. Okay? Yeah, we're not done. We're gonna keep going until I get this phone call. Angel of the Wind came out, so a collective of true speakers. The Angel of the Wind wants to let you know something. Yeah, the Angel of the Wind wants to let you know. Get down. Get down. The Angel of the Wind wants to let you know that you're promoted for talking the law. You're promoted for speaking your truth. God is going to promote you. So whatever it is that these people are doing or saying, or whatever it is that they're doing or saying, it won't work. Um, whatever it is that they spoke over you, whatever it is that they planned for you, is what they are wishing and planning for themselves. Touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. Body, mind, soul, or spirit. No harm. Don't do them no harm whatsoever. Peppermint patty could be significant. Patty mayonnaise, Doug could be significant. Or that year 1991 can be significant. Peppermint patties in general. Like somebody likes mint and chocolate. I do too. Thin mints. are significant. 10 minutes are significant. No. But peppermints are significant. Um, no. No, absolutely not. I feel like God, because of the fact that I literally just said no, absolutely not to my child. God has been saying that to these people that He considered their children until He pretty much like, okay, you ain't listening to me, so obviously you're not my child. So God is disowning them. These people have been orphaned by God. This is why they're on the chopping block. They did not stop what they were doing when God said no, absolutely not. They kept going. Do, do not touch my anointed, do my prophets no harm. God said stop. Don't keep going. And they kept going. So God is literally orphaning them. They have no father in heaven. So God is pretty much saying when they arise out of their vessels, they will go for judgment. We all ultimately see His face, right? They will see His face. But after that, His decision is you won't be up here with my angels. You won't be in the Father's house because of what you did to my prophets. Touch not my prophet. Touch not my anointed. Do my prophets no harm. Threats. Don't even. Threats. He don't even like that. So you threaten the chosen one. Um, you threaten their livelihood. You threaten the place that they provided. God provided that home in that person with money. This is someone that abuses their authority, right? They only have authority because of earthly bound things, earthly systems. That's the only reason they have authority. But other than that, God will strip them. 144. God will strip them of whatever that He provided for them to take care of that anointed one. Oh, you don't want to take care of that anointed one? You want to do them harm? You want to do my prophet harm after I told you do not touch my prophets? Do my anointed ones no harm? I will strip you of everything. They're gonna go through a season of Job, but worse. Because Job was a faithful servant. He was obedient to God. These people are not obedient to God. Therefore, they are orphaned by God, meaning they do not have a seat at the Father's house. My dears, the true speakers, you're being promoted for talking to God. You're being promoted for doing what God chose you to do. You're being promoted for being obedient. You're being promoted for speaking when others said, "Oh, you should hush." No, you kept going. You kept going when God told you to keep going. And they kept going when God told them to stop. I'm literally hearing the things that my grandma and my mom would tell. A hard head make a soft behind. The final phase is God's hand coming into the earthly realm to smack if that ass. And remember, these people got butt faces. They're butt heads. Every time they talk, God hear this doo doo coming out their mouth because they're liars. They lie so much. God turned His ears off to them. He don't answer their prayers no more. He don't fulfill their requests no more. The devil might. Of course, the devil might, to make it seem like, oh yeah, no, God's still on your side. Oh yeah, we still got this. Meanwhile, the devil is the one that coerces them to pump them out their freedom, pump them out their spiritual freedom. The devil literally stole their seat in the Father's house because he still get to go up there and visit. That's crazy. He's like, yay, more seats for me. Y'all, the devil's literally laughing at these people like, y'all are stupid. Y'all are stupid. Y'all are stupid. You forfeited your spot for what? For money? Huh? 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 He's literally laughing at them with no remorse. You know why? Because this is what he does. And they're still being more obedient to him. And they still keep going. And the devil's just laughing like, you don't even understand what this is. You don't even understand how deep in the pits you're going to be with me for eternity. You're gonna have to look me in the face and answer to me now for eternity. And while I go vacation in your spot in heaven, because I get to go see my dad, because I still gotta listen to him. I have to listen to him, and you didn't. So, haha, I punked you out your spot. I'll read it. It's a lot. And he said to me, these are the ones who come out of the great tribulation, and they have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. Collective, you're a part of this tribe. That's why you're getting the promotion for talking to the Most High. This is why. You learn from your mistakes. You did the introspection. You looked back down memory lane and learned what you needed to learn from those experiences. Meanwhile, these people ain't learned diddly squat. They didn't even learn that, hey, you can't trust the devil. Hey, the devil will bring you money too. Hey, the devil will bring you results too. You need to actually be obedient to God. These people were told this multiple times. And now it's the final nail in the coffin. Now it's TikTok gunshots. Mr. Terry is significant. Okay. I used Gematria for this whole entire deck. But when I made this card, it literally made me think about True Blood. And Mr. Terry was someone that served in a branch of the U.S. Army, military, whatever branch they served in is significant. Um, he served in I think it was the Afghan War, or he served in a war. Mr. Terry from True Blood, and he made a life. He came back. He made a life with Arlene. They had a baby, and he was happy. But that past started coming up. So once again, this is like giving Maine, the state of Maine is significant with a possible accident or a drive-by or a shooting. Okay, a shooting in Maine could be significant. That's going to come up in the past, from the past. Okay, and believe it or not, Mr. Terry, it was a shooting. They they ended up on per orders of the commander. They ended up raiding this Afghan city, and they were ordered to slaughter everyone. And the commander like hesitated, or I think Mr. Terry hesitated, And I think the commander ended up doing the deed. Well, when they slaughtered them people before one of the ladies went, she cursed them. She cursed them. So these are people that can end up being cursed. Okay? They have attachments. They have entities in demonic attachments. A Pisces could be significant because I just got a notification. So, or this is like what's been being revealed in this Pisces season, okay? Fast forward, Mr. Terry, he has his wife and his kid. Scorpio is significant. Scorpio is dealing with transition, death, okay? Um, Mr. Terry literally they were being they're back in America. The whole rest of the troop is back in America. They're living their lives, and they ended up pretty much contacting each other because this curse is still going on. And Mr. Terry had a failsafe to where he put life insurance on himself, and he was gonna have himself unalive. So someone could be planning to have themselves unalive, or they could have planned to have you, true speaker, unalive. But once again, do not touch my anointing, do my prophets no harm. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Confirmation for sure. So collective, the same way that you set them boundaries up for yourself and or the vessels that you birthed out of your portal, your children, the same way that you was setting up them boundaries and standing firm on them boundaries, this is God standing firm on his boundaries of do not touch my prophets, do not touch my anointing, do my prophets no harm. God is literally about to show what boundaries and setting and standing firm on them is. Since you did not listen to my true speaker when they were standing firm on their boundaries, now I'm going to stand firm on my boundaries when it comes to my child, my true speaker. Because one thing that God does not play about is his children. And the one thing that parents should not play about is their children, no matter how old they are. There should always be a respect. Always. So just like God don't play with his children, that true speaker did not play about theirs. So boom, God's gonna double down on that ass. That's what that is. God's gonna double down on that ass. Okay, like I said before. Oh, you want to threaten my true speaker, my child, my anointed, my prophet. I will strip you of everything. All of this will come crumbling down. You will have a Job type of lifestyle now. You will go to a desolate place. You will transition and meet me at them pearly gates. Because God said what he said about his children. And the true speaker said what they said about their children. And God does not play about children, and he does not play about the elderly. But if the elderly disrespect the children, guess what? The elderly gotta go. You're closer. You're closer to that portal of death anyway. Because you're old enough to know better and you've lived longer. This new vessel that's here on this plane, they're here. They just got here. And I feel like these are people that should know better. I feel like these are people that sit in the holy place, the church, or they go to mass or they pray, but they don't listen. They're hard headed to the point of no return, to the precipice of click clock gunshot. Everyone is a programmed biological robot living within a matrix of physical matter using binary E energy code to produce consciousness. Everyone is here to experience. Everyone is here to produce what they produce. So, doing God's chosen people wrong and trying to stop them and hinder them from doing what He say do and being obedient to Him, you're interfering with His plan. You are. To finish up with Mr. Terry here, he does end up getting unalive, and so his wife does end up getting the insurance money. Um, Insurance money could be significant. Okay, insurance money could be significant. Somebody could have set somebody up to be unalive to get insurance money, and this could be a part of the group of people that's feeling dealing with this grief because of someone's transition, close family member, friend, or lover. So these people were already on a one-way ticket express for what they've done, and they've made their sentence worse for coming for a chosen one, for coming for God's prophet, God's anointed one. Let's keep going, shall we? Let's keep. Yeah. Dishonorable liars and mimics. Dishonorable liars and mimics. Dishonorable liars and mimics. Dishonorable liars and mimics. This is the booty face. When they speak, they just got logs of poop just coming out. God no longer la 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 la. I don't hear you. God literally is just like, because you're not coming to me with the truth. I see what you do every day. I see what you're doing behind the scenes. I see what you're doing in your phone. I see what you're doing with them documents. I see what you're doing to them children. I see what you're doing because of children. God said, I see it all. And you still come to me and you still mock as if you're loyal to me to show face. So these people's reputation is all they care about. So these people have a reputation of being a good and faithful servant to the Most High. But in our survival, the Most High is disgusted with the words that they're saying because He knows that they're lying. Oh yeah, I love the Lord. Do you? Because I told you to stop and you kept going. I said, do my prophets no harm. Do not touch my anointed. But you still kept going. You still kept talking about them, putting your dirty behind doodle lips on them, speaking on their name, lying about them, gossiping about them. Remember, gossip is you talking about somebody, whether it's good or bad. Don't you gossip about people now. Don't get stuck in that trap. You go to the horse's mouth for information. You don't gossip about people. I learned that from church. I learned that from the pastor that literally her sermons sit and stuck to my rib 15 plus years. That's a good pastor. She was speaking truth. Because the truth is going to feed you for years. It's not going to just dissipate and then you be hungry. Not hungry of the flesh, hungry of the spirit. She fed my spirit for years, and I will forever praise what she did. Because she allowed God to use her to give that message to sustain me for as many years as she has. And I'm thankful for it. That is how you show honor. That is how you show respect. People that are looking for honor and respect and they're not seeing the results they desire, it's mostly because they don't give that same honor and respect where it's due. Before you give honor and respect to the vessel, that means any man, woman, or child, any, including your parents, right? Yes, even them. You give honor and respect to the Most High God. Hello? He created a scenario for you to be here. Somebody else could have been my daddy. I could have not been. I could have been a star, literally a physical star in the nebula. I could have been a butterfly. I could have been a bird. I'm like a bird on the highway. You know, these people that don't like you standing in your power, speaking up for yourself, standing strong on your boundaries. These people that get annoyed by it. These people that are disturbed by it. These dishonorable liars and mimics. Well, they're not gonna like the fact that you give God total praise. It's literally a gospel song, total praise. These are people that have God complexes. They want the praise that God gets. That's not gonna work either, buddy. That's not gonna work either, buddy. That's not. These are people that want you to bow to them, but you only bow for God. God gave this person the resources, the sustainability in order for you collected to reap the benefits. These are the people I pay the rent. You and I. God gave you that money to make sure that you pay them bills because one of His anointed is in your household. That's the trickle down effect. God is pretty much saying, I'm going to eliminate the middleman. God said, I'm eliminating the middleman and you are getting your resources. It's coming straight to you. I'm getting this person is old enough to know better, so God will pluck them from the earth. Final nail in the casket. TikTok gunshot. Hello? God said he over it. He's over it. He said that was the final straw. He said that's the straw that broke the camel's back. Now, just like that reading that I literally just posted here on my channel, the person that was that transitioned or unalived, and they know why. They're part of the reason why, or they know why. Mm. Or they had ulterior motives for insurance, things like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This person is making sure, in spirit form, they're making sure. Oh no, we gotta eliminate this mother lover. Yeah, they oughta go. Return the slab. There's a time limit that something has to be set right. They don't set it right. They're gone by the night. Some of y'all, these people might go tonight as I'm saying this, or when you see this. Okay? Is there a specific date that the collective of true speakers need to know when these people might go? So they might go by a way of Leviathan or Leviathan spirits, and once again, they're connected to something much bigger. These could be people that are connected to bigger entities. Okay, corporations and contracts. Look here, I said that entities, corporations, and contracts. We have, if you hunger for thirst for righteousness, then prophesy against the wicked. Prophesied against the wicked. Let me reread that again. Archangel Michael, please block whoever that is trying to mess up my third chakra. If you hunger for thirst for righteousness, if you hunger and thirst for righteousness, then prophesy against the wicked. True speakers, that's what we're doing. True speakers, that's what I'm doing currently. True speakers, when you speak the truth, what no matter where it is, no matter who it's towards, do not have fear in your heart because God is with you in that moment. This is why these people are get so bothered because they see God and His angels right behind you as you're telling them what it is. They're- As you're telling them what it is, they can see what is within you and around you and behind you. Remember, you have a fortress of salvation that is at your beck and call because of whose you are. You are God's. You're His baby. And He's standing 10 toes for His children at this moment. Now, when I said they're attached to certain entities and corporations, Gaul is about to come and gobble them up. Uh, Gobble gobble. Turkey Day is very significant. Gobble gobble. Those traditions. Notice the blood. Notice it's red. Yeah. Yeah. Don't play with it. 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 A farmhouse could be very significant in regards to them. There could be something found specifically at one of the many farmhouses that they own. Or a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend. They could be moving something or moving people from farmhouse to farmhouse to farmhouse like piglets. Pigs could be significant. Once again, angel of the whirlwind. Because angel wants you to know that you are tough mentally. I'm tough mentally. Like collective, you got this. You're tough mentally. 4 dimensional. You're a 4 dimensional being. You're no longer 3 dimensional. You're 4 dimensional. You're multi-dimensional. I'm trying to let this rock for an hour, so I'm gonna get one more shuffle out of this, and then it's probably gonna be more than an hour. I want to get one more shuffle out of another deck, and then we'll be done. I guess that phone call's not coming, y'all. Mm. The city of New York can be significant. Okay, and something about rebuilding. Rebuild. There can be a building that needs to be rebuilt, like a rundown building in New York that can be significant. Or literally like rebuilding New York. Like New York might have to be rebuilt. Okay, cool. And Washington D.C. is at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Let's see. What do I want to use? Y'all, I must have said something. Because them views is down to 0 for a good while. If you're here in the room, please like, share the live, subscribe to the channel. I know there's some Phantom of the Opera type style platforms and pages that's still watching. I know they're still watching in the background. Run and tell that homeboy. Run and tell them people. Let them know. Let the truth reign. Let the vibrations of truth reign. Free. Tick tock. Gunshots. I keep hearing that. I feel like time is up for this. It is. Time is up for this. What does the collective need to know, Most High God? What does the collective of the true speakers need to know in regards to those individuals that don't want them to speak truth to power, that don't want them to stand firm on them boundaries, that don't want the Most High God to stand 10 toes about His children? What does the collective need to know? Once again, they're on a chopping block. God's about to kick them. Whatever it is that they did, God is literally they're on the chopping block. They forfeited their spot in heaven. They kicked to the curb. They don't have no spiritual protection no more. Heaven is not an ally for them. Heaven is no longer an ally for them. That fortress of solitude does not work for them. Collectively, true speakers are expecting a new beginning. So there's a new beginning panning out for you, true speakers. And the police are not coming after you, true speakers. The police are coming after these individuals. So once again, what they wish for you to deal with, these people could have been trying to get you in jail, get you in the mental hospital, trying to get you in a compromising position to where you don't have authority anymore over yourself, right? To where you can no longer govern yourself. But guess what? God said no. He said no. I told them no, and I said no. So no means no. These are people that did not learn that no means no. Oh my God, but these are also people that try to tell you how to dictate and raise children. But they don't understand that no means no. Ain't that a little weird? Ain't that a little weird? You're stuck in a child's frame of mind trying to tell me how to raise a child? That's a little weird. Isn't that? Yeah, collective, you don't have no anger issues about this. Anger management in reverse. You don't need anger management. They could have said that you got anger issues and that you're not you're not fit for da 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 da. Yeah. Outdated, expired, disused, old news discarded. So yeah, that's old news. The old out with the old, in with the new. You're expecting the new. The old is out. Once again, God said that God has a certain protection for the younger, for children, and the elderly. But if them older people, if them elderly people disobey him, he said, well, out with the old and with the new. You closer to the devil's door anyway. Goodbye. That child is new. He can still learn to be obedient to me. You said no to me. And I'm your creator. So I create a way for you to get up out of here. Final destination type stuff. People could have been saying that you did something to your ex or something about an ex here, because it's once upon a time love story and it's in reverse. So you're not dealing with your ex. Something. Oh Lord, a ex collective could have, along with, or could be a part of a whole conglomerate of individuals that was trying to get you to be legally incapacitated. Now I noticed there was one person in here when I started saying that, and as soon as I said legally incapacitated, they dropped off. Oh, I must have hit it on the nose, huh? That's what that is. By creating a police incident, by creating some type of fugazi, once again, dishonorable liars and mimics, lying in the court system, lying on you to the court system, setting up and creating a scenario. So everyone involved in this setup will be going to prison and or going to the other side. Because God said no multiple times and they didn't listen. Once again, when I said that they'll be going to jail, they dropped off. Yeah, bingo. Someone might be in jail already from this and they're snitching. Because they want to break free. They got to be free. Once again, fulfilling a fantasy. So that's lying. That's lying. God said, well, let me come through and just set this record straight real quick. Because I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. That's too dang bad. With a fake apology at the bottom. Now people want to come back and try to apologize. I'm sorry that I did that. No. You said, get away. Run away, love. Somebody might also be trying to run away from this situation. And God said, where you going? Get over here. Scorpion they ass back into the situation because you're part of it too. Where you think you going? The only person that's able to get out of the situation is my anointed one, is my prophet, because you did harm. hmm Trying to keep you a secret when it comes to a situation, and also trying to burn evidence in regards to the fact that you have some association to something good. Because whatever it is that they were trying to get you to be held like in some type of physical or mental limbo to where you couldn't claim this. Yeah, whatever it is they tried to do, it ain't working. It ain't working. Because this voodoo queen did come out. This voodoo queen probably was doing spell work on whatever legal situation this is, documentation and all of that. But I'm breaking bind and curse that today to no longer work. Divorce yourself from contracts, legal or illegal, known or unknown, seen or unseen, heard of and unheard of. I had no part in that. I only consent to the contracts that the Most High God ordains for me. Hello? Claim that energy, not man-made ones. Hello? That the Most High God has created for my greatest and highest good. Promiscuous energy here. It could have been saying, you're a woman of the night, blah, 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 blah. And if you did do that in the past, you no longer do it. It's been like probably like 20 plus years since you did type shit. Are they fabricated evidence type shit? Well, it's no longer the situation is about to explode. I feel like this situation done blew up in flames already. Shit has already popped off and hit the fan for this hater. So the mission is in full effect. God is already out there. A whole bunch of people's booty faces. They getting slapped proper back and forth. They could have been saying you was doing drugs, and these people are literally the ones that's doing drugs, saying that you're doing drugs. Boom, yeah, you can come drug testing. Or even the same thing with paternity. Oh yeah, that's not his child. That's not. That's not. You come and do a swab. I ain't got nothing to hide. The truth speaker spoke truth. Once again, they're not liars. They're not dishonorable liars and mimics. They spoke the truth. So yeah, if people need to come and do testing, come on. I ain't doing nothing illegal. Betrayal, deceit, backstab, traitor, not to be trusted. So collective of truth speakers, you could probably did not trust a certain individual. Okay, by all means, you knew not to trust this individual. You already knew. Something tell me not to trust your ass. That's because this person does drugs, and they're not doing the whole, oh, just a little 420. No, they're doing something much heavier. They could have, they could have even been trying to be around your child. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you not understand like how easy it is for you to literally drug a child just by you having that substance on your fingertips and not washing? Nasty motherfuckers don't wash their hands and they go touching people's children and wonder why you have your defense mechanism up about your children. And then you wonder why God is out here whooping ass about his child. Now they just tired of the drama. I'm so tired of the drama. I don't want to talk about it no more. Because you don't want to talk about the first shit you did no more. That what it is? You don't do some first shit and you don't want to talk about it no more? Well, now you got to talk to detectives. Now you got to talk to FBI, CIA. So you let it get that far out of hand. To sit here and say that you doing this, but then you pass a drug test, and then they probably gonna be like, okay, well, everyone involved has to do a drug test now. They finna see how many people are actually out here doing the drugs. Everybody involved gonna have to do a drug test. Everybody, everybody. What song was that? That was a Kendrick Lamar song, and it's from Section 88. One day it's gonna burn you out. One day. But I'm with the homies right now. That peer pressure joint. Yeah. These are the people that get peer pressured. And those that succumb to the peer pressure, it's not gonna look good in court. Cause y'all all said that, oh, this person doing drugs, they not fit. These people trying to get your kids taken away. They're doing drugs and they're not fit, blah 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 blah. But you had this person around this person in their child, and they're doing the heaviest of drugs. No, I think not. I think you're unfit. Now, when the court start asking questions that the chosen collective, that the true speaker was asking questions about, oh, did you do a background check on them before you have them around my child? And when the court asks that question and they get hush mouth and be like, oh, well, 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 the collective said that this true speaker said that they asked you the same thing that we're asking, and you didn't do a background check before you just had this person around this child. So thinking you're unfit. Because who does that? And that, my dear, is not rocket science. That is what we call, honestly, critical thinking, common sense, especially when it comes to children, especially with everything that's going on, especially with the Epstein files being out in the public for everyone to read and look at that has a computer device. You got a phone, you can go to the website and read them. You see what them people was doing to children. And if you actually cared about the freedom and justice for children, you would have seen throughout the years that there's so many groups on Facebook or WhatsApp and how these people be planning to have people's children. Oh, well, I watch them, and people literally they be so worried about going to work, trying to I gotta provide, and you hear God say, "Man, fuck that job, call out." They fire you, find another one. Worry about your baby. Either way, you get called irresponsible. But the safety and mental and physical well-being of your child should trump anything. There are parents out here that will sell their child for some money. And if you let anybody just watch your child so you can go make some money, that's what you just did. You didn't make a bag. You didn't make no come up. You literally let your child go with a stranger so you can go clock in and make your regular pay. Fuck. Your child's innocence was worth that. Your child's mental and emotional well-being was worth that. I don't think so. Mm-mm. And when you have a mindset like that about your children, God's going to bless you, and He's going to shake this analogy is horrible, but God literally will do this to His own children, right? Homer and Bart, okay? God will literally shake the out of them people about you. Because God literally has to enforce his hand on his other children that once was his good possible sheep. Now he got to wring their neck because they don't mess with you and your children. And he tried not to. He tried to give warnings. Now it's to the point where, you know what? Bump it. I'm ready. I'm ready. They don't beat me bad. I'm ready to get in there and just strangle them. They don't want to hear this. Oh, you don't want to hear no more. Stop talking. Collective, when you were speaking your truth, when you were speaking that real stuff, they didn't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I'm tired of hearing your mouth. Them words gonna eat them up at night. That's probably what it is. Once again, these are the people that's guilty. That guilt is sending them into depression. It is sending them into depression. They don't want to hear it. God said, "Who you gonna stop from talking? Who?" God said, "Who?" I dare you. I keep a dog dare you. Go on ahead. It'll be your last day. Bugaboo. Bugahoo. God looking at them like you a dang bugaboo because you getting on my nerves now. These people are getting on God's nerves. They gonna make Old Testament God come out where he was just throwing fireballs down. They gonna bring that Old Testament God out where he just flood the earth. These people might have experienced flooding due to especially in the cold states, they may have experienced flooding in regards to water pipe bursting, things like that, water heater bursting, pipes. Okay, let's get one more shuffle in, and then I'm gonna be done. They be mad. They be so mad. Mad, envious. This is all because of envy. Because they envy the praise that God gets from you. What? So you don't praise God? And you wonder why. You wonder why, oh, well, no why this stuff is happening to me. Because you literally took the blessing that God gave to you was, hey, you look after my anointed one. Most of y'all, most true speakers, these people are your parental units. So you got people that are grandparents that are sitting here getting mad because you're you're sticking up for your child. You're standing firm on your boundaries about your child and who you have around your child. Type shit. And now God had to dig in their ass because, well, first of all, you ain't doing right about them. You ain't doing right about the. You were supposed to watch this one. You supposed to make sure they straight. So if you're not making sure they straight, guess what's gonna not be straight? Your funds, your pockets, your like your all that stuff you got because of me. I will take it away. Game over. I can't make this up. Literally, game over. Was sitting at the bottom of it. It's game over. It's done. He said, "I'm done." Yeah, I tried. You're envious because my chosen one don't praise you, but I'm the Almighty Being. I'm the Creator that created you and created that being. So you know what? Game over. Yeah, I'm done. But God is getting ready to WWE SmackDown to somebody's ass. Like you know, if you're melanated and you know when your parents was tired of it, and they about to go and grab that belt, that paddle, when your grandparents tell you to, yeah, I'm done. I'm done talking to your ass. Oh God, I'm sorry. No, God don't want to hear that. He know that you're spearing doo doo. You're spilling doo doo. He knows you're spearing doo doo. These are people that are trying to go back and repent. He said no. No, it's done. You done sealed it. Fate's done. Karma, got you. Smile, you're on candy camera. We got you in 4K, bruh. Time and time again. 4K. How you handled the anointing and the prophets. And how you wanted harm to them. In a multitude of ways. There's a whole rap sheet. Spiritual court is going to be so fun for them. Awesome. Getting played, manipulation, lies, and corruption. Look there, that's what the devil did. Puppeteered them. Oh no, yeah, you can do that. That's fine. Knowing God telling them no, do not, do not. Now they falling apart. Oh, I don't want to hear it anymore. I'm so tired of what's going on. But God was like, you should never did it. I told you not to do it. You should never did it. And collectively, you're just over here fighting for what you love, your children. Now God's over here fighting for what. he loves his children. Didn't I say God about to get in somebody's ass? Look at that fist. Okay? Just saying. Alright, that's it. That's it, that's done. Game over. They better get their boxing gloves ready, because God's gonna duke them out. So that's what I got to say. God is so tired of these people trying to shut down these truth speakers. Collective, you just speaking your truth. It shouldn't be no problem. Shouldn't be no problem at all. So now, collective, you just wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord and He will come through. Wait on the Lord, He will shelter you. And it won't be long. Just wait a little while longer. Just a smidget longer. Some of y'all, these people about to get up out of here tonight. Tonight. As soon as tonight. Some these people won't even make it into the next month. Some people won't even make it until next week. Okay? Just take it how it resonates. If you are interested in a personal reading after all of this, if you like the way that I read, if you would like to donate, all that information will be in the description box below. If you're currently live, I think I have the description box on here. I think I have my description on here. If I don't, it'll be in the video format that saves to the page, okay? Remember to subscribe and like, okay? I love you guys. Peace.